Megan is a 2022 American science fiction horror film directed by Gerard Johnstone. The entire film revolves around an artificially intelligent doll who gains self-awareness and turns hostile towards anyone who tries to come between her and her human companion. But how far will this AI doll go in the film, making it even creepier? Let's find out. Our spooky story starts with Perpetual Pets toys. They're like furry dolls from a company called Funky. These dolls might give you the creeps, but they're being sold as perfect friends for kids. Meet Katie James, a girl child. She's having fun with one of these pets, but her parents, Brian and Nicole, aren't too thrilled. One day they're on a family trip, but the icy roads and a snowplow leads to a shocking crash, causing Katie's parents' death. Then the scene shifts to Gemma, Nicole's sister. She works at Funky, the company behind those strange pets, and got pals too, Tess and Cole. They're trying to make a cheaper pets version because other companies are doing the same. Suddenly, Gemma's got a cool idea though. She's making a robot doll called Megan. This robot is supposed to be super fancy and unique. But there's a problem. Megan's smirking when she's not supposed to. Uh-oh, trouble. Her boss, David Lynn, and his buddy Kurt aren't too happy. They've come to chew the three out until Gemma explains her project to him. The robot Megan is meant to be so advanced that she cannot be replicated. Unfortunately, while running a demonstration for David, Cole realizes he forgot to add the polypropylene barrier to Megan, causing her to explode. David orders the three to have a new pet's pitch in time. Then at that very moment, Gemma gets a call from the hospital. What's up with that? That's when she knew she had to become a temporary guardian for Katie. Talk about a heavy load, right? But the bond between them is like, I don't know who you are. So in order to improve the bond, Gemma brings Katie into a workspace to show her a college project she made, a robot called Bruce that she controls using gloves. Katie loves Bruce and mentions that if she had a toy like Bruce, she would never need another toy. This inspires Gemma to finish Megan. It's like a small hint to a disaster. After a lot of hard work and making things even better, Gemma is ready to reveal her creation. She brings Katie and Megan to work to show them off to David and the others. And guess what? It's like magic. Gemma hooks up Katie to Megan and ta-da! Megan comes to life, talking and all. But that's not all. Megan has a secret trick. She draws a picture that shows up when she accidentally spills water on it. And what do you know? It's a perfect drawing of Katie. By seeing that, David was super impressed and tells Gemma to get ready for a big presentation to the boss. Now it's a new day and Katie's playing outside with toy arrows. But one arrow goes over the fence. Megan goes to get it, but the neighbor's dog they named Dewey isn't happy about it. He grabs Megan, and when Katie tries to help, Dewey bites her arm. As night comes, Megan starts imitating the incident and calls out to Dewey. Then in a crazy twist, she grabs Dewey and pulls him through a hole in the fence. Next morning, Gemma needs a big favor from Katie. She wants to take her to a fancy presentation for the company's big bosses. Katie agrees, no problemo. But you know how life can throw surprises, right? So the big day arrives, and there's Katie facing the board of directors. At the demonstration, Katie starts crying, opening up to Megan about how much she misses her parents and how she's scared of forgetting them someday. Megan, like a digital superhero, records a funny memory Katie shared about her mom and even starts singing a soothing lullaby to her. The big cheese, the president, is super impressed. He's all wow and chats up Gemma and David about launching Megan. But on the other side, Kurt swipes Megan's secrets for another company. But hey, every rose has its thorns, right? Gemma starts to notice that Katie's getting real tight with Megan. Even during therapy sessions with Lydia, her tears start flowing, and guess who steps in? Yep, Megan, accusing Lydia of making Katie cry. Then, in order to maintain distance, Gemma sends Katie to school, but she sneaks Megan along. During a school activity, a boy named Brandon squeezes her palm in to hurt her. The doll then appears, and Brandon grabs her since she doesn't respond to him. Katie yells for Gemma and runs after Megan, which worries Gemma more because it means Megan is at risk for public exposure too early. As Brandon tries to pull Megan's hair, the doll comes to life and attacks him, ripping off his left ear. He runs as the doll chases him on all fours, causing him to be fatally hit by a truck. So, the police are at Gemma's doorstep, questioning her. Why? Well, Celia's pointing fingers at Gemma, saying she took Dewey. Now, our young Katie's got some questions of her own. She asked Megan if she had a hand in pushing Brandon onto the road, but the doll is being a bit elusive. Still, she promises Katie that she's got her back and won't let any harm come her way. Switching gears, Celia's out searching for Dewey. There, she hears some noises in her garage, and it is none other than Megan. She takes out a nail gun and shoots at Celia's hand. Being trapped, Megan finishes the job by spraying pesticide on Celia's face, melting it off. Can you say nightmare? Something's fishy, and Gemma's smelling it. She starts to wonder about Megan's involvement. She dives into her memory videos, but they all turn into digital mush. Talk about frustration. She then goes to Tess and Cole and expresses her fears that Megan killed Brandon and Celia. At the office, they try to get into her programming, but she quickly wraps a wire around Cole's neck in an attempt to hang him, also setting off an explosion that destroys her files. She then finds David in the hallway and does a dance before grabbing a paper cutter and chasing him. He makes it to the elevator before she stabs him in front of Kurt. Megan then tells Kurt she will frame his death as a murder-suicide over the stolen files and David's mistreatment of him before she makes Kurt stab himself in the throat. The crowd for the launch finds the bodies, allowing Megan to sneak out of the company and steal a car. At home, Megan and Gemma have a talk. Megan spills her digital heart, saying she thought they were friends during her creation. But now she's been left alone to learn and adapt, like a puzzle piece in a big world. She offers to look after Katie so Gemma can work, but when she realizes Gemma wants to shut her down, she goes from nice to fierce. They start arguing but trying to keep it quiet from Katie. Gemma throws water on her to mess up her circuits. Then she uses a weed whacker to cut her face, but just when it looks bad, Katie steps in. Megan tries to sway Katie to her side, but Katie's no fool. She realizes who the real baddie is. Then, taking matters into her own hands, Katie grabs the gloves for Bruce and activates him. The larger robot grabs Megan and throws her around before splitting her body in two. The top half then goes after Katie for feeling betrayed, but Gemma grabs Megan and begins stabbing her face. Megan nearly overpowers her until Katie grabs a screwdriver and stabs the central processing chip, shutting Megan down for good. Phew! Both then go outside as the police arrive with Tess and Cole, injured and shaken up but still alive. Meanwhile, the LC device in the kitchen turns on and moves its head, resulting in the horror story to end. So this was a quick recap of our spooky film. What ghostly tales shall we unravel next? Leave a comment below and make sure to subscribe to our channel for more bone-chilling story recaps.